Welcome to this Body Mater guided meditation. Today we are working with a very special consciousness, the consciousness of positive flow, what many people simply call good luck. In our Body Mater exploration, we have looked at 5 consciousness patterns commonly associated with people who tend to experience greater openness to possibility and more positive flow in their lives. These are optimism, trust, mastery, success, consciousness, and openness to possibility. Today, we are not simply going to think about these qualities. We are going to consciously work with them. We will invite them into your Body Mater command deck, receive them through the angelic hologram, download their consciousness, install them across your 4 bodies, integrate them into your awareness, and finally, actualize them into the way you think, feel, choose, act, and move through your life. Remember, this meditation is not about guaranteeing that every event in life will go exactly the way you want. Life always contains uncertainty. Instead, this practice is about cultivating internal qualities that may help you become more open, more prepared, more resilient, more receptive, and more available to opportunities. Today, we are creating the inner conditions for greater flow. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to receive. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently breathe out. Again, breathing in possibility, breathing out limitation. One more deep breath. And allow your entire body to soften. Relax your forehead, relax your eyes, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your abdomen, relax your hips, relax your legs. Allow yourself to become completely present. There is nothing you need to solve right now, nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to force, simply receive. Now, when you are ready, silently or softly say, engage. As you say, engage, a magnificent sphere of crystalline light begins expanding around you. Your angelic hologram activates. The multidimensional space around you begins transforming. Today, the hologram manifests a magnificent hall of infinite possibility. You find yourself standing within an enormous sacred space. The floor beneath you is formed from luminous golden geometry. Thousands of tiny points of light move through the air like stars. In front of you is a magnificent pathway extending toward a radiant horizon. Along the pathway are countless doors. Each door represents a possibility, a connection, a lesson, an opportunity, a new direction, a new expression of yourself. Above you, a brilliant golden sun shines through the multidimensional space. Its light represents possibility, abundance, movement, and conscious choice. You know immediately, this is a place of positive flow. A place where energy is allowed to move. A place where possibility remains open. Now look beneath your feet. The golden geometry begins forming into a magnificent circular platform. This is your Body Mater command deck. Step fully onto the command deck. Feel yourself standing at the center. Above you, a column of divine light descends around the command deck. Your collective angelic team manifests. They surround you with love, wisdom, guidance, and protection. You are not here to force anything. You are here to consciously receive. Now, in front of you, 4 holographic versions of yourself begin appearing. From left to right, your spiritual body, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. Each one stands upon its own luminous platform. Observe them. Your 4 bodies are ready. Today, we are going to download 5 consciousness patterns associated with positive flow. Begin by looking at your spiritual body. Above it appears a brilliant golden sunrise. The sun slowly rises over the horizon. Its light represents possibility. Even after darkness, light returns. Even after difficulty, another possibility can emerge. A golden stream of consciousness begins flowing from the sunrise toward your spiritual body. This is the consciousness of optimism. Not blind positivity, not pretending everything is perfect, but the ability to remain open to the possibility that something meaningful can still emerge. Watch the golden frequency enter your spiritual body. Now it moves toward your mental body. Your mind becomes more flexible. Instead of immediately concluding, nothing will work, your mind becomes willing to ask, what else might be possible? The frequency moves into your emotional body. Hope begins replacing unnecessary heaviness. Your heart remembers there may still be another door. Then the frequency flows into your physical body. Your body becomes willing to move, to explore, to respond, to take another step. Now the 4 bodies glow with golden light. Silently repeat, I remain open to possibility. I can find another way. I choose possibility over hopelessness. I allow positive possibilities to enter my awareness. Now say silently, download. Imagine the complete consciousness of optimism being downloaded from the hall of infinite possibility into your 4 bodies. Now say, install. The frequency installs into your consciousness, your spiritual body, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. Take a breath, allow it to settle. Now the entire environment changes. The golden sunrise gently transforms into a magnificent, sacred river of divine flow. A crystal clear river moves continuously through the multidimensional landscape. It does not struggle, it does not force, it simply moves. This is the frequency of trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in your ability to respond. Trust that you do not need to control every detail of the future. A beautiful silver gold frequency rises from the river. It enters your spiritual body. Your spirit releases unnecessary resistance. The frequency flows into your mental body. The mind becomes quieter. It no longer needs to predict every possible outcome. The frequency enters your emotional body. Your heart softens. You become less afraid of uncertainty. The frequency enters your physical body. Your body relaxes. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your muscles become softer. Now repeat, I trust myself. I trust my ability to respond. I do not need to know everything today. I allow life to unfold one step at a time. Now say, download. Receive the consciousness of trust. Install. Allow trust to become available across all 4 bodies. Watch the river continue flowing. And remember, you do not need to know every turn of the river. You only need to remain willing to move with it. The river begins to transform. Ahead of you appears a magnificent temple of mastery. Inside the temple are thousands of luminous books, tools, symbols, and pathways. Each represents learning, experience, practice, wisdom, discernment, preparation. This is the frequency of mastery. Mastery reminds you. Good opportunities become more valuable when you are prepared to use them. You don't have to know everything. You simply commit to becoming better. Watch a brilliant blue-gold frequency emerge from the Temple of Mastery. It enters your spiritual body. Your purpose becomes clearer. It enters your mental body. Your mind becomes more disciplined, focused, curious, willing to learn. It enters your emotional body. You develop patience with your own growth. You no longer require perfection. You are willing to practice. The frequency enters your physical body. You become ready to act, to practice, to execute, to develop your skills in the real world. Repeat, I am always capable of learning. I become better through practice. I prepare myself for opportunity. I trust the wisdom gained through experience. Now, download. Receive the consciousness of mastery and install. Allow it to become part of your four bodies. You do not need to become perfect. You only need to keep becoming better. Now the Temple of Mastery transforms. The walls open. You enter a magnificent hall of creation. All around you are glowing pathways leading toward projects, relationships, ideas, opportunities, and meaningful achievements. You feel a powerful frequency of purposeful action. This is success consciousness. Success consciousness is not about ego. It is the belief, I can participate in creating meaningful results. It moves you from waiting to participation, from wishing to action, from helplessness to responsibility. A radiant emerald gold frequency enters your spiritual body. Your purpose becomes more alive. It enters your mental body. You naturally begin asking, what can I do? It enters your emotional body. Confidence replaces helplessness. It enters your physical body. You become willing to take inspired action. Repeat, I participate consciously in creating my life. I create value. I take responsibility for my choices. I take inspired action. I am willing to create meaningful results. Now, download. Receive success consciousness and install. Allow it to become part of your four bodies. Feel the difference between simply waiting for luck and becoming an active participant in life. Now, the hall of creation begins to expand infinitely. The ceiling disappears, the walls disappear, the entire environment becomes a vast garden of infinite possibility. Thousands of pathways extend in every direction, some familiar, some completely unexpected. Flowers bloom as you approach them. New pathways appear when you become curious. This is openness to possibility. You are not required to choose every path. You simply become willing to see them. A beautiful rainbow frequency flows into your spiritual body. Your consciousness expands. It enters your mental body. Your mind becomes curious rather than rigid. It enters your emotional body. Your heart becomes receptive to new experiences. It enters your physical body. Your body becomes willing to explore. Repeat, I remain open to possibilities. I welcome unexpected opportunities. I remain curious. I allow life to surprise me. I do not need to know every path before I begin. Now, download. Receive the consciousness of openness and install. Allow openness to become part of your four bodies. Look at your four bodies. They are now surrounded by 5 radiant frequencies: optimism, trust, mastery, success, consciousness, openness to possibility. Each frequency is alive. Each frequency is moving. Each frequency is communicating with the others. Now the 5 frequencies begin merging: golden, silver, blue, emerald, rainbow. They combine into one magnificent sphere of positive flow consciousness. Now we move from activation into embodiment. Look at your spiritual body. Ask yourself, how does optimism live through my spirit? See yourself connecting with purpose, trusting your journey, remaining open to possibility. Now look at your mental body. See yourself thinking with clarity, learning, adapting, recognizing opportunity. See yourself asking, what is possible here? Now look at your emotional body. See yourself responding with hope, trust, confidence, curiosity. You are no longer emotionally shutting the door before possibility has a chance to enter. Now look at your physical body. See yourself taking action, making the call, sending the message, beginning the project, meeting the person, learning the skill, walking through the open door. This is where consciousness becomes behavior. This is where possibility becomes movement. Now the angelic hologram begins showing you scenes from your everyday life. See yourself waking in the morning, feeling open to possibility. See yourself encountering an unexpected situation, and instead of immediately assuming something will go wrong, you remain curious. See yourself receiving an opportunity, and instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you pause, you breathe, and you explore it. See yourself facing a setback, and instead of saying, "This always happens to me," you ask, "What can I learn from this?" See yourself meeting someone new and remaining open enough to discover what this relationship might become. See yourself developing your skills, becoming more capable, more prepared, more confident. See yourself creating value, taking action, following through, and becoming increasingly masterful in what you do. Now your 4 holographic bodies move closer to you. The spiritual body enters you. The mental body enters you. The emotional body enters you. The physical body enters you. All 4 bodies merge into your physical presence. The 5 consciousness frequencies now move through your entire system: optimism, trust, mastery, success, consciousness, openness. They become one integrated consciousness, one coherent field, one unified direction. You are no longer simply visualizing these qualities, you are practicing the awareness of living them. Place your attention on your heart. A small golden sphere appears there. This is your positive flow anchor. Imagine it becoming brighter. Repeat slowly, "I am open to possibility. I trust myself. I continue learning. I create meaningful results. I remain available to support unity. I move with life. I allow positive possibilities to reveal themselves. I choose conscious action. I live in positive flow." The golden sphere becomes permanently anchored within your 4 bodies. Now imagine your future self standing before you. This version of you is calm, prepared, open, confident, curious, aligned. Your future self looks directly into your eyes and says, "You don't need to chase luck. Become available to possibility. Be ready when opportunity arrives. Move when life invites you to move. And trust yourself to respond." Your future self places a golden light into your heart. The light flows throughout your entire body. Your future self slowly merges into you. You're now carrying that consciousness forward. The garden of infinite possibility begins to gently fade. The hall of creation disappears. The temple of mastery becomes light. The sacred river becomes light. The golden sunrise becomes light. All of the multidimensional environments return into pure radiance. The Body Meter command deck remains beneath your feet for one final moment. Look once more at your four bodies. They are unified, aligned, radiant, integrated. Now silently say, disengage. The command deck gently closes. The angelic hologram dissolves into a sphere of light, and that light settles completely into you. The meditation is complete, but the consciousness continues. Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Feel your physical body, feel the surface beneath you. Move your fingers, move your toes, relax your shoulders. Become aware of the room around you, and when you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Carry these 5 frequencies with you: optimism, trust, mastery, success consciousness, openness to possibility. Remember, good luck is not a promise that everything will always go your way. It is not about controlling every outcome. It is not about waiting for miracles. Instead, cultivate the inner qualities that allow you to notice possibilities, prepare for opportunities, respond with confidence, remain open, and move with life. Because sometimes what we call good luck is simply the moment when possibility meets preparation, openness meets opportunity, trust meets movement, and consciousness meets action. May your 4 bodies remain clear. May your mind remain open. May your heart remain receptive. May your spirit remain trusting. And may you continue moving through life with greater awareness, greater possibility, and greater flow.